Is there a spark of hope for life hidden in the depths of cosmic darkness? In a universe where cold and furious stars reign over rocky planets, scientists are still searching for signs of life. This video is a journey to a distant system that may one day become home to another kind of being. Scientists are continuously ruling out the habitability of the 7 planets in the TRAPPIST-1 system. However, one of these worlds may still possess a nitrogen-rich atmosphere. Located about 40 light-years from Earth, 7 rocky planets orbit a cool red star known as TRAPPIST-1. Some of these planets may be habitable for life as we know it, prompting astronomers to aim the James Webb Space Telescope at each member of this system. So far, the results have not been very encouraging. Several of the TRAPPIST-1 planets appear to be rocky bodies without atmospheres, exposed to the harsh emptiness of space. However, researchers recently analyzed one of these worlds, TRAPPIST-1e, and could not rule out the presence of a nitrogen-rich atmosphere around it. In our solar system, Titan, the moon of Saturn, and our own Earth have atmospheres primarily composed of nitrogen. TRAPPIST-1e, like the blue planet, is located at a suitable distance from its star and enjoys a temperate, warm environment. Nicole Lewis, an exoplanet researcher at Cornell University and author of 2 papers describing the recent findings on TRAPPIST-1e, told the New York Times that if any of the TRAPPIST-1 planets could likely retain liquid water on its surface, it would probably be this one. To clarify, the James Webb Telescope has not detected any atmosphere, and scientists have no idea about the surface conditions of TRAPPIST-1e. But Nestor Espinosa, an astrophysicist at the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore and author of both papers, says, based on the data researchers have, the existence of an atmosphere is still possible. Since the announcement of the discovery of the 7 TRAPPIST-1 planets in 2017, astronomers have been fascinated by them. All these planets appear to be rocky, but could any of them resemble our pale blue dot? The TRAPPIST-1 star is not like our Sun. This is both good and bad news for those seeking a habitable world. These 7 planets are surprisingly close to their parent star, but since TRAPPIST-1 is a small, dim red dwarf, its habitable zone where a planet could have liquid water is also close to the star. TRAPPIST-1 is an active and dangerous star, frequently emitting deadly flares that could strip away planetary atmospheres. When astronomers took a closer look at the innermost planets, TRAPPIST-1b and 1c, they found no signs of atmospheres. Last month, other researchers showed that TRAPPIST-1d also lacks common atmospheric molecules like water, methane, or carbon dioxide. Then came TRAPPIST-1e. In 2023, scientists pointed the James Webb Telescope at this planet. If this exoplanet had an atmosphere, any light passing through it and reaching the telescope would contain subtle signatures of its gaseous molecules. But the story isn't that simple, and analyzing the data required immense effort. According to Dr. Lewis, TRAPPIST-1 poses a major challenge for researchers. Because it is a turbulent and nearby star, its own atmosphere contaminates the space environment around TRAPPIST-1e. But Dr. Lewis's team managed to remove much of this contamination and rule out several possibilities. It appears that TRAPPIST-1e does not have a hydrogen-dominated atmosphere. Its sky also seems to lack carbon dioxide, meaning it does not resemble Mars or Venus, a cold desert with a light carbon shell, or a scorching wasteland suffocating in carbon. The light pattern received by the James Webb Telescope from the star contains bumps and twists that may be signs of nitrogen. However, the research team has only been able to observe TRAPPIST-1e a few times, and residual stellar contamination may still be present. So far, they have not found strong evidence of an atmosphere, but they cannot definitively say the planet lacks a nitrogen-rich one. Studies of TRAPPIST-1e using the James Webb Telescope are ongoing. Eventually, scientists will know whether this planet has an atmosphere at all, and if so, what kind surrounds it. Jesse Christensen, lead scientist at NASA's Exoplanet Science Institute who was not involved in the studies, says red dwarf stars like TRAPPIST-1 are abundant in the universe. Therefore, understanding whether their rocky planets can retain atmospheres and potentially be habitable is highly important. So far, the TRAPPIST-1 system appears to lack any protective atmospheres. Heidi Hamel, an astronomer at the Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy who was not involved in the studies, says that if no atmosphere is found around TRAPPIST-1e, it may suggest that cold stars like TRAPPIST-1 are not the best environments for life. But for now, TRAPPIST-1e may still have an atmospheric shield to protect itself from its angry star. Scientists still hold a sip of hope and high excitement. TRAPPIST-1e may be just a cold rock in the heart of darkness, or it may have a nitrogen shield against its star's fury. Research continues, hope remains alive, and our eyes are still fixed on the sky. If this planet has an atmosphere, perhaps one day a story of life will be written there. For more discoveries, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe so we can journey into the depths of the cosmos together.